Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. My name's Astara and I'm an angelic communicator and clairvoyant. And I wanted to talk to you today about something that's quite maybe distressing when you're on a twin flame journey. And we're going to deep dive into it, which is why does my twin refuse to help me? This has been coming up with my clients on the twin flame journey and doing the harmonization temple. So I asked the Angelic Council of Light, what is it about this situation? Because I noticed that once when I was in trouble, actually twice when I was in trouble, and that something happened to me, and that my twin was like the first person I went to. It's like the most natural feeling in the world to go to your twin and ask them to help you. And both times my twin flicked me off and said no, they wouldn't help. And it can feel really frustrating and painful and actually very confusing because often your twin is the one you trust most in the world. It's the person you trust the most. But if they're a matrix twin and they do not recognize your vibration yet, they have not recognized you as their twin, then we get into this strange territory where you feel this immense trust to them, but they have a sense of deep distrust, probably, towards you and everyone else. And it can feel frustrating when they withhold their help and maybe even painful when they're withholding their support. And even if you're in their presence and they're not acknowledging you, this can be deeply, deeply confusing. There's this rejection that you might feel and why this happens. What if this is all part of you being empowered? What if this rejection of you and your twin refusing to help you is actually a deeper truth? And when I asked the Angelic Council, they were showing me that this twin flame journey is about you finding your own power. Right? You're a divine feminine. Often you have a lot of power, but you may not have as much power in the physical world as you would like. You might have an incredible amount of spiritual power, and a lot of the beautiful divine feminines I work with are showing me that they have this power already in the spiritual realm, but sometimes with some of them they can struggle to bring it through. This doesn't count for all of them. I have to say that there are some divine feminines who are doing amazingly well, and that's not their issue with their twin. But for some of you where this does speak to you and you have had this experience, then let's just unpack this together. So the truth is, your twin is not here to rescue you. And if you try to reach out for them in any way that ask them to rescue you, you will probably get a refusal. You'll probably get a boundary put in. You'll probably get a no. And this might feel quite confusing, particularly if your matrix twin is often supporting lots of other people. It might seem that they're all really nice to their karmic, or they're really nice to their family, or their close friends, or maybe they were really nice to you at one point. But if you ask for anything from them, they will withhold their assistance. And this is not, and I'm going to stress this because it can be so hurtful, it's not to hurt you. If you are with a false twin, it will be meant to hurt you, just so you know, because as we know, the false twins are designed to bring up a lot of patterns around self-destruction and self-wounding. This is not meant to hurt you from your matrix twin, your true twin. It's meant to create the conditions where you rely on yourself, where you find your own strength. And the Angelic Council of Light shows me that this journey is about you really empowering yourself. And they support you. I just want you to know that actually you're being hugely supported if you're part of the Twin Flame Collective. You may not feel that when you're right in the hole that you're in. And I'll give you two examples that I experienced. One, I was in a very difficult situation in a very remote place. And I sat and in my meditation space and I asked myself, what to do in this situation. And my heart was drawn towards a certain area where I knew my twin was. My heart going in that direction was telling me that's actually where you want to be. You want to leave this situation and go to that situation. I listened to my intuition. I contacted my twin, who promptly said no. And That was quite difficult, but I took that on the chin and I just moved into a situation which felt better for me. I found a way to do that. In a very difficult situation, I still found a way. And that showed me that in any situation ever in my life, I have the resources, I have the awareness and the resources to get myself into a better situation. Now, I felt on the higher realms my twin was congratulating me, but in the physical world, in the 3D, there was absolutely no interest in helping me. Okay, second time around, all happening within a very short space of time to teach me the lesson. I go into a shop and I'm buying my shopping, and I spot that my twin is also in the shop, but I just leave them to it because there wasn't a moment where we were connecting yet. I was paying for my shopping, and there was a problem with my card. I don't know why. It was very unusual. The card usually goes through, but it was one of those situations which was highlighting to me, okay, in this situation, who do you turn to ask? And when I turned to see if there was anybody else in the shop that I know, because my community's lovely, he had disappeared and kind of run away to the back of the shop. And it was a very firm message showing me that there is no way that this person is going to help you. And to take that in as a truth is a very difficult process, particularly if we think or have an idea that we projected on our twin or an expectation that somehow they are going to help us. And this is not what this is about. When I asked the 3D, the Council of Light, and I asked the angels, they show me that here in the 3D matrix, we have been almost programmed into codependence, where we're taught often to not connect with our own resourceful nature, our own creative nature, but to look outside of ourselves and to rely on others for love, support, for money, for validation. And that the twin flame path is actually designed to shatter those illusions. It's coming in as a way of showing us that love is not about resources, being reliant on each other, being reliant for energy, being reliant for comfort, being reliant for something, whatever it is, fill the box, XYZ. And you'll notice that a lot of people, I was not like this, by the way, but a lot of people will often look at a partner, a potential love partner, as a way of climbing society, as gaining status, as maybe having more money, more finances, being looked after, having a bigger house, living somewhere nice. You know, there have been a lot of distortions in our world where people have used love and relationships in a transactional way that actually negates our true creative power and creates codependency in a way that keeps people trapped and fixed. I can't tell you the amount of beautiful females that I know who are trapped in marriages where they feel they can't leave for economic reasons. And this is historical. It's a scar on the psyche of a lot of the feminine energy. And we need to find ways to empower ourselves through love and empower ourselves in a way where we do not feel like we are slave to someone else. This is about learning your own energetic sovereignty. And if your twin refuses to help you, then in many ways this can be an act of higher love, though it may not look like it on the surface. And I want to say this here about the twin flame dynamic as well. Like, if you in any way treat your twin as a parental figure, as a mother, as a father, as somebody who is gonna come in and scoop you up and look after your inner child wounds, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work on them. And the truth is about this, that the love that they give is such a higher level vibration that it will not actually tolerate this kind of codependent wounding, and it will not be suffocated by your needs. that are unmet through childhood or wounding or whatever it is, it will only blossom as a union when you are both able to sit in that power and respect the preciousness of what you are generating together. So when your twin steps back from you, when they don't provide you with the help you think you need, the universe is actually inviting you to rise. It's inviting you to release old patterns of relying on someone else to carry you and instead to connect yourself to your true source of power. Now, I'm being shown that particularly with these the blood moon eclipse yesterday, that we are coming to the end of karmic timelines. And a lot of the problems we've had where people have been suppressed or kept down, particularly our divine feminines, have been unable to access their true power. There's been a lot of past life wounding, a lot of spells, a lot of opposition. This is all clearing. So you have been able to create a spiritual connection for yourself. And so you know that source is within you. What may have been the problem is grounding it in your physical reality, in your physical timeline. But when your twin denies you something, you're actually being asked to connect with the source within you. And that connection to your own divine energy and your higher self will activate your inner resourcefulness. You're being asked to reclaim the parts of yourself that once felt weak and dependent and incomplete, because this journey is a journey to your soul becoming whole. And it's through this process that your wholeness will manifest. So instead of asking, why won't my twin help me? And probably feeling pretty bad about yourself. And by the way, if you do that, that's okay. Just journal about it, cry about it, stamp your foot about it, have a chat with your inner child about it. Yeah, it can seem pretty pants if someone's not helping you. But it's also about knowing that you can help yourself and you can show up as support and your own provider and your own guide. That this is where empowerment is born. And when you step into your own energy, you are no longer clinging or no longer need or no longer grasping for anybody else to fix you. You can stand in your sovereignty. And at that space, union becomes possible with your twin because you don't have any dependency on them. You don't have any expectation of them to meet your need. The idea that you can be sovereign in your own right is actually more about divine partnership in the future. So remember, I want you to remember this. Your twin is not abandoning you because often the divine feminine will feel abandoned and abandonment wounds will be triggered. They are reflecting the exact lesson that your soul came here to learn. And this, particularly for me, was a deep trust that I can get exactly where I need to be in life without the help of my twin. Just know that you are enough, you are capable, you are powerful, and your twin may not be able to help you because they were never meant to be your rescuer. It's just like they're never meant to be your parent. They're meant to be your equal. You were meant to rise, and you're meant to rise together. And every time you find the pathway to making that jump, making that leap to meeting your own needs, you are also showing your twin how to do it. Because they are in situations in the matrix where they feel they can't leave their karmic, they can't leave their family, they can't leave this, they can't leave that, they can't leave their job, they can't leave whatever it is that's keeping them deeply entangled. Whereas you are able to find a pathway to achieve what is seemingly impossible, they are then shown that is true power, that they can, get courage together to overcome their fear, to get whatever it is they need to move beyond and help themselves to exit the matrix. So thank you so much for listening. If you like what I'm saying, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I love to hear your comments. It really gives me ideas for new videos. I'm in the process of writing a book all about twin flames. I'd love you to come and do my clarity sessions with me. You can book that if you go to my link tree or on my Instagram. And I do a harmonization temple process for people doing the twin flame journey. And I'm very compassionate, very kind. We work this together. I do not believe in finding ways that are harsh to work through this energy. It's all about love. We are relearning what love is and how to bring it into our bodies and become that embodiment of love.